Welcome to MTG Ectoplasm, your home for Spirit Tribal and Magic the Gathering. On this episode, we're revisiting an old topic with a friend of ours. Also, I got a special announcement, and then finally the shoutout section, where we're looking for the best of the best, the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme. Are you excited? Because this fella is, and I hope you are too. So let's get this thing started, shall we? Let's go. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on this episode. I am your host, Dwight, aka DeBlanco, a medium that wears an extra large. You can reach out to me on Twitter at MTG Ectoplasm, or you can email me directly at mtgectoplasm@gmail.com. Let me know how am I doing. Am I doing a good job, a bad job, or I shouldn't quit my day job? And then finally, mtgectoplasm.com, where I post the latest and greatest episodes. And right now it's under it's under construction, as the Ravishing Renata says. And here, just for you to know, a merchandise store is coming up soon, so you get the latest and greatest merch like t-shirts, hats, bags, so on and so forth. If COVID's still around, we'll put it on a mask for you. Who knows? You might be like, hey, I like MTG Ectoplasm and I'm into spirits. How about them apples? You know what I'm saying? And then do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen, like I ask each and every single episode, there's a follow, like, subscribe button somewhere on the left-hand side, right-hand side, maybe in the upper corners. I have no clue. Hit that bad boy for me, all right? I'm not charging you $1, a peso, a ruby, an inti. I'm not charging you whatever the North Koreans are using or the Chinese. I'm not charging you anything. Hit that button for me for free, all right? Let you know when the latest, greatest episodes go posted, and tell your friends and family about the show. Because you know what, ladies and gentlemen? If you like this content, they're going to like this content. I promise you. And I bring up great guests to the show. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for me to bring on an individual who's been with me, you could say nearly the beginning, because this is now 1 year, 1 full year since I've been doing this show. This individual's been with me. We've talked to multiple times. I enjoy having him on because he brings a little bit of what the French call a little bit of that je ne sais quoi. It's the one, the only, the wonderful looking Peter Valko. Welcome to the show, Peter.
Please relax. It's fine. Dwight, I really, it astounds me that you can go into a whole nother language and speak French, but then mess up on basic English words. How you doing?
Oh, dude, I know Spanish, English, Portuguese. I'm starting to learn French, and I know a little bit of the Peruvian language called Quechua, which is like the indigenous language of the Andes Mountains. So yeah, I'm well versed in language. So for those who speak Quechua, Ishun Parata Inolawanki. If you know what that is, then God bless you. So with that being said, how you been, Peter? Things going well?
A little disgruntled right now. I mean, what was that? I was on Arena the other day, and I've been climbing the ladder. Finally got to Mythic. Mythic is Diamond. There's no Mythic symbol. There's just Diamond. There's a number under there. There's a number that shows where your ranking is, but it's just Diamond. There's
very odd.
Very strange and very anticlimactic for me.
Hopefully they do something about it. You know, what's he?
They got a lot of stuff to work on right now, but you know what? We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
All right, there you go. Now this is segment number 1. We're going to be talking about Alchemy. This segment here is brought to you by our friends at Greg's Games. That's right, Greg's Games. They're available at 2103 Whitehorse Mercerville Road, Hamilton, New Jersey 08619. Now, if you're in the Trenton area or the central New Jersey area, you want to check them out. Let me just tell you, hands down, they have events all the time. Modern, Legacy, Pauper, you name it, they do it. If you're into tabletop games, they do it. Let me just tell you, they expanded the shop. It's amazing. I was there I believe on Sunday, buying some stuff for my EDH deck. Obviously Millicent, that is. So with that being said, check them out. They're great times, great fun. Let me just tell you, I enjoy going to the shop, and especially if you see Greg, tell him, hey, MTG Ectoplasm sent me, and He told me to tell you hello. So there you go. Greg's Games in Hamilton, New Jersey. Now, Peter, we come to the topic.
Oh yes,
Alchemy. Now,
Alchemy. It's topical. I'll tell you that much right now. I don't know if all for the right reasons, but let's have a chat.
okay. So let's begin from the very beginning. Let's pretend that I'm an idiot.
Oh.
Yeah, which my wife she's shaking her head very hard right now. She's like, yes,
See,
he's
I
a
was thinking
moron.
your wife was the first person I thought of when you first said that, but go on.
So with this thing, pretend I'm an idiot, a moron, a nincompoop. All right? Explain to me, what exactly is alchemy?
Where do we begin? Okay, so Alchemy, if you guys remember, a couple of months ago, we had something called historic. Oh God, what was it? We had a historic add-on, Historic Horizons. Why am I blanking on the name? This is horrible. But the point is, back in August, we had that edition, and there were a lot of what people call Hearthstone cards added to Arena. Some old cards from Modern Horizons, some other old cards from other old sets. But that the topic of which that seemed to spring everyone's mind was the add of these Hearthstonian cards. Well, we got more of them. We got more of them. We got rebalanced cards from old sets like Omnath, Asika's Chariot. So really, Alchemy is a lot of things. It's another format. It's some new cards for us to play with in Historic, in Brawl, and it's again more Hearthstonian cards. A lot of randomized effects, perpetual. The word perpetual used a lot. So yeah, that's basically what Alchemy is. It's a standard only format. There's no historic alchemy. I mean, you can use the cards in historic, but there's no specific historic alchemy like that. And yeah, that's where it stands right now.
Now, what I remember about alchemy is that there are certain cards that WotC either powered up, powered down, and you will find an alchemy symbol in the upper left-hand corner of where the card name is. Now, it allowed some cards to come back, that were overpowered, that were
Of course.
banned in standard and historic, and allegedly would make the card game a lot more fun. My thing is, you play a lot more Arena than I do.
I try.
Is this format, shall I say, is it a rival for standard, or is it a rival for historic, or is it its own thing?
So let me start off by saying that I don't think that formats can really rival each other. I mean, sure, popularity is one thing, and people think one thing's better than the other, but these formats are all their own thing, and they're going to gather who they will gather. I just can't see it as a popularity contest, like in that sense, where it's like they're rivaling each other because modern is higher power, more expensive. Sure, that's a lot of fun, but some people can't afford it, so they go to Pioneer, Standard, Pauper. So it's really if it fits you. And this one's a weird one because we're in Arena with this set, and as we all know, the Arena economy isn't that great. So at best, what I see this as, I mean, yes, its own format, and we'll see what happens with it. But the best thing I saw out of this was that I got some new historic cards.
Okay.
I think that, again, this is a still evolving format. This just came out, and they actually were talking about touching up on rebalancing, again, a lot of these cards, but they said they're going to wait till after the first open.
All right. And we haven't had the open yet, correct?
No, not yet. I believe that's another
do you
week or
know
two
when
from
the
now.
open's going to be?
Oh, wait, actually, no, that was actually this past weekend there was an open, but I think there's one more tournament they're doing before they rebalance it.
Okay. Just
Yes.
making sure, because I wasn't sure, since I'm not into Arena yet.
Right. Well, and the thing is also that we have Kamigawa coming out soon. So who knows if they're going to do an alchemy for that? It could be rebalanced there. So pay attention, closely to the articles they put out and everything. They seem to have some interest in this format. I don't know if this is just going to be another brawl, and as far as seriousness, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, because I'll be honest with you, it's been very slow. There has been no news coming from WotC at all. Like mum's the word. They had these teasers and some rumors and some cards leaking, but it's been very very quiet under WotC. So
Well,
that
they've had a lot of news going on too, as you heard. We were discussing before. Wizards of the Coast, just their CEO just became the Hasbro CEO,
right.
and I don't know if they've yet to decide on the CEO for Wizards of the Coast yet.
I have a feeling it's going to be Mark Rosewater. That's just my personal opinion.
We'll see. But again, there's a lot going on right now. Kamigawa is currently being spoiled. There's a lot of news going on that's I don't know, unfortunately, but it is over flooding Alchemy. SCG, those guys leaving. There's a lot of news fluctuating right now. So I think Alchemy is kind of just because people are giving it such a bad rep that it's kind of getting swept under the rug.
All right. Now, are there any key decks in the format? Like, if I was to just jump in right now to Alchemy, is there any key decks that I should go?
I saw this question when you sent it to me on the sheet, and I looked on a couple websites, and I didn't see a lot of top deck lists. However, if I were to go in here and build a deck for Alchemy, I would definitely be looking at green. Green's got a lot of strong cards in this set. The Grizzled Huntmaster has been seen in the Blink deck in Historic. Hollowhead Wrangler, I haven't seen him a lot, but he is a very powerful card, seeking lands. The new Gitrog monster is insane. I've put him in at least 5 of my Alchemy decks. So there's a lot on here. There are, again, mentioning some good spirits on here. Not thinking it's going to be a changer for big founder for spirits in Alchemy, but we'll see. But honestly, again, people are still building and kind of testing around with this stuff. I can see, some green black value decks being pretty good. There's some control shells in here. So yeah, there's like with anything like this, when it first pops in, there's definitely a lot of possibilities, but it takes more than one mind to unravel it all.
Right. Well, the only reason why I'm trying to set this up, I want the new listener or the person hearing about the Alchemy, I want them to have to think positively, because right now this is where we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of why we're revisiting Alchemy here, because I've been hearing a lot of noise, a lot of complaints. What's the problem, honestly, sincerely? What's wrong with Alchemy?
People just have a problem with Hearthstone cards and Magic. That's one of the big problems. It's the fact that Magic the Gathering has always been something you can, keep pace with and monitor. And somehow, if you're paying attention to the game, not somehow, but, if you're paying attention to the game, you will have a better edge than your opponent who's not paying attention, just, kind of just playing through. Remembering what you handpicked or looked in your opponent's hand for your Thoughtseizes, keeping track of your opponent's graveyard, what they put in their hand, when they tutored for something. Now, there's a lot of conjuring, seeking, stuff like that, duplicates, perpetual, that make it hard to keep up with. And that's what people don't like about it, is the kind of randomized aspect of Magic the Gathering. Another part that they're not really liking about it is that a lot of people are seeing this as, okay, they've announced new format Alchemy. When was the last time they released a format? That was Pioneer, and that has not been doing so well. So it's just their, I guess, short-sightedness in releasing these formats that kind of angers people.
I'll be honest with you. For me, Pioneer for me is a paper format. And the problem with Pioneer right now is COVID. COVID really, before COVID hit us, it was announced. And then COVID, the lockdowns happened, and it's really decimated the format. No.
Oh, it's decimated so many parts of Magic the Gathering. And honestly, I don't play paper anymore, but it still scares me that I could never possibly think of seeing an SCG open again or something like that, because I'm seeing barely any LGSs even doing anything. And that's not even just COVID. It's Wizards force support to them. Things like the secret lairs and whatnot. So, it was just, I think COVID set in a chain of events in that I really, I'll end it by saying I don't want to see the end of the LGS and all these gatherings. Even though I'm not a paper player, I want to see people going out and gathering and playing this, and maybe one weekend I just go out to draft. But like, it's not a good place right now.
No, I hear you. I mean, my thing is that, like, I'm gonna be honest. I just got the COVID. I just got over it just about a week ago. I still have the COVID cough, like the residual of it. I don't have the illness no more, but this new variant has been just hitting everybody who has been vaccinated or who has not been vaccinated. I've been triple poked, and let me just tell you, I still got it. My wife has been triple poked. She got it from me. So I mean, my thing is, I'm really hoping that, LGS is open up. I'm hoping for events. The Star City Games thing. They're gonna do one in Philadelphia the weekend of the 13th. I got an announcement on that one. We'll hold off on that for a second, but let me just tell you, I have faith. I really believe that paper is going to come back, and I think the only reason why Pioneer got nailed was because of the fact of the COVID. Now, let me ask you the next question. Because of Alchemy and all its problems and all its issues, what can be fixed about it? Like, is there any way to save this format? I mean, Pioneer can be saved if LGSs start pushing the format. If Star City Games and Channel Fireball start pushing these formats, what can WotC save Alchemy?
Here's the thing about that is that I only knocked Pioneer because it was short sighted. It was a short sighted format, and there was a lot of things also that they didn't expect, like COVID.
Right.
Did anyone want Alchemy? I just
No.
Here's the thing. It's like people may have saw Pioneer and they're like, all right, fetch land's gone. That's awesome. We got a lot of cool cards to play with. This is good, and a lot of interesting things to do. We knew that more Hearthstone cards were coming. We knew that was coming. Once one was done, there was going to be more.
Mm-hmm.
But it seemed to make it even worse, where they were just like gather around the room and they're just like, all right, so we could add these cards and they could use them all over. It's like, wait, hold on. I got an idea. Go on. What if we not only do that, but make a specific format like Standard Plus? I don't know. It's just, I don't know what they were thinking with this. And I like a lot of the cards that came out of it, and I think it's cool. I think I've definitely had a lot of fun opening Alchemy packs and playing with the cards. But they could have done this. What happened to Historic Anthology? That could have been another Historic Anthology right there. They didn't have to do this. They did not have to make a whole new format when they're still struggling with other ones, when paper is struggling. I don't know. I don't think that it's something that needs to be saved. I think that the best case scenario for it is that they just say this was just a rebalanced plus set. That's it.
Okay. Me personally, I love Pioneer. I really enjoy playing the format as much as I enjoy playing Modern and how I used to enjoy playing Legacy. My thing is that I wish Pioneer was on Arena. I would actually play Arena if Pioneer was there. And they told us years ago that Pioneer was going to be on Arena. They took it back. I don't know what was the infinite wisdom, but they took it back.
Well, I don't know if you heard recently though, but they have been buffing Pioneer a lot and giving people faith, because as you see, a lot of cards are being added more and more to Arena that would make up Alchemy. Right. People aren't seeing it, but there are, and we're closer than we think on that. They have been putting out bits of faith on that. That I will say they've been, reliable on.
Well, my thing is that if they want Arena to succeed, they have to have eternal formats. That's the reason why MTGO is successful. You have Pauper, you have Legacy, you have Modern, you have Pioneer on there, you have EDH. You have multiple formats on that one thing. Hello.
You even have Brawl on there.
There you go. There you go. Hey, how you doing, TCG player? Long time no see.
TCG,
how you been?
dude, how you doing? Hope you're cooking something good.
Hopefully, I'll be eating Taco Bell. We were talking about that earlier.
Making a Taco Bell runs before and after. But so okay, here's the thing. We've been doing a lot of negative talk. I've been doing a lot of negative talking about Alchemy, but it's things that need to be said. I will bring this up on a positive note because I don't want people to completely stray away from it. There are some cool cards in there. Now, I will say, if you're gonna go out and start playing Arena, gathering some Alchemy cards, and you're thinking, I'm either just going to play Historic or I'm going to play Alchemy Standard or whatever. I'm going to do you a solid here. I'm going to do you a solid. I'm going to give you a couple cards I have enjoyed and personally would look out for. I'll name a couple. Inquisitor Captain. That has been popping up all over Historic with this broken Blink deck. People are arguing that it may need to be broken. It's like a second collected company. Really good card. Definitely would recommend building around it. Discover the Formula. I love this card in Sultai Ultimatum. It's just a good way to get a bunch of cards and make them cheaper. I'll do one more. Where is it? Key to the Archive. This combines two of my favorite things in a sense, playing Historic and drafting. Because Key to the Archive has a bunch of cards you can draft out of it, Counterspell, Lightning Bolt, Approach the Second Sun. It's like a little toolbox. I love it so much. So there is some bad things to be said about Alchemy, but that can be said with any format.
Right.
I've had a lot of fun with it, though.
Okay. Now I made sure I wrote it down. Inquisitor Captain, discover the formula, and Key the Archive.
There's many more on there, but those are just three that came to mind immediately.
Okay. Now, like standard, I have to ask this because you're an Arena person.
Of course.
Has the economy gotten better?
No. I'm going to tell you why. So this what really infuriated me about Alchemy is that usually with these sets, they introduce a premier draft or some sort of event. Jumpstart even had you could pay 400 diamonds and you'd get an event and you could just get your cards and drop out and there'd be no prize pressure. That was cool for Jumpstart Horizon. Got 1,000 gold, got some diamonds. That's the only way you're getting a hold of Alchemy. There's no events or anything.
Okay.
So it's, again, they don't have a way for you to just get into it. There's no promo code to get some packs. There's no way to get your toes in the water.
Okay. It's just, I think it's the 3-piece piss poor planning as proper planning. Let me put the wife on. Hold on. Go ahead, dear.
Proper planning prevents piss poor performance.
So there you go, from the Ravishing Renata.
That's 7 P's.
So there's a lot of P's.
There's a lot of P's.
6 P's. Yeah.
Or whatever.
She almost made me pee my pants today. Are you kidding me?
Well, okay. So anyway, next question.
So the next question is what I thought was comical. This is just because people were losing their minds. Like, they're taking cards and they're changing the cards and they're balancing them, making them go up or down and increasing the power and decreasing the power level. This format, Alchemy, is going to be a paper killer. Is it?
So I wouldn't look at Alchemy as the paper killer. Paper killer is definitely not Alchemy. Alchemy, those changes are strictly going to be to digital. They're not going to be in paper. Now, while that is annoying to think that, okay, you have a card and you like it and you've spent your wild cards on it, and then they go ahead and change it. New Magic players are likely best off playing the pre-release kits. They get 6-packs promo. I agree with you. Again, so a lot of people who play Arena try to play for free. But that is I would definitely recommend that. But unfortunately, that wasn't an option for Alchemy. But yes, if a new set comes out and you have $50 or even $20 just to get some diamonds and do some drafts, because I've chained drafts together and build up mass value off of that if you play smart. But honestly, if you have $50, I know there's a lot of cosmetics in it, but just get the Mastery Pass. You get so much value off of it. It's insane. paper killer. So Alchemy is not the paper killer. That's affecting only digital cards. And yes, it's annoying that, your cards could change at any moment. I think that's their way of trying to avoid more online bannings of cards by just saying we can rebalance them. And that way that keeps their format very wide and they have a lot of different archetypes to play with. Alchemy isn't the paper killer. The paper killer is COVID. The paper killer is the Wizards not supporting the LGSs properly. The paper killer is all these vaccination requirements to enter tournaments when they were happening. There's a lot of paper killers out there. This is not one of them. Honestly, it's making, if we're going to buff it in a certain way, it makes Magic a little more diverse and, kind of competing with Hearthstone too. But it's not the paper killer. No.
All right. Well, since for those who just joined us, you can reach my friend Peter Valko here, Mr. Bucket Man. You can find him at Bucket Man 4, number 4 ever on Twitch. Also, you see his Facebook thing there, right there. So, Bucket Man, the number 4 ever. You can reach out to him and watch him perform live streaming. The reason why I'm bringing this up is, are you streaming any Alchemy at the moment?
So I am not streaming Alchemy at the moment. I'm certainly talking about it a lot, and I'm certainly playing with a lot of the cards. I actually been playing a lot of Is It Dragons. There's a lot of Alchemy decks I have been playing. Alchemy cards I have been playing.
Because I know you reached out to me like, Dwight, we got to talk about Alchemy. We got to talk about Alchemy. We need to talk about Alchemy.
Well, it's it is topical because people were up in arms about it, but. Yes, but I am streaming. If you guys check out the United Gaming Nation's YouTube at 7 a.m. on Tuesdays and Fridays, I will be on. I will be playing Historic. I will be drafting. I'm going to try to get in some Moto soon. And I love, having you guys there, chatting, talking, and,
See, we could have added this on, Peter. You're killing me. We could have added this onto the thing.
The what?
No, your Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sorry. Next time. Sorry. Right. I just started this schedule and I'm still not even used to it yet.
Don't worry. We'll allow you to talk about that even more a little later. Now, let me ask you, Alchemy, is it a format, would you recommend, or you just say, just go to Historic?
If you have the money. I mean, I wouldn't say hey, I was trying to get in the Magic Gathering. What do you recommend? Drop $500 on Alchemy. Do it. No.
Well, nobody doesn't everybody have $500 in their pocket? Just.
I mean, if you stole it, you still get unemployment, getting those stimulus checks.
I know. Thanks to those stimulus checks, I was able to get the certain Magic cards that I always wanted.
Oh God, the things I did with that stimulus check, Jesus Christ! Waste of a trip to AC. That was the most miserable trip to AC I've ever been on in my life. Last February, the first year after COVID, it was the most depressing thing I've ever done in my life.
You hang out with grannies at the penny slots.
No, it was so. I'm gonna hate to digress there. It was so miserable. Me and my friend got there. And we get to the hotel, we check in and everything. We go down to the casinos. There's no smoking going on, which I know that's a weird complaint, but it's not authentic if no one's smoking. Everyone's separated. And then when I wanted to go out and either smoke a J or vape or something like that, it was in a cold parking garage with a bunch of, I have my card, I can say that. There's a cold parking garage with a bunch of bus seat benches. And it was just awful, and I lost $200 in an hour. It was just miserable.
Well, don't look. I can make that face because I'm supposed to get it. I should be getting the card, but I didn't. So,
I can help you with that. Straight up, 50% of my stimmy went out today. I don't know if 50% of mine went to that, but I'll tell you right now, I bought a lot of what was it? There's a bum kit that came out and all that. TCG dude, I'm there with you, man. I'm there with you.
Let me be 100% honest, okay? My wife and I got it. My wife got her part. I got mine. I end up getting because you know how I foiled out my Azoria Spirit deck, right? Yes. And then I completely foiled out my Bant Spirit deck. So I mean, they have the Expedition lands, full arts, completely foiled.
Did you get the Draw Skull Captain?
Huh?
Did you get the new Draw Skull Captain?
But it's not available in foil.
Oh, really?
It's not available in foil. Trust me, I wanted that bad boy.
That's
Now,
duty.
mind you, I ended up getting the Masterpiece Aether Vials in foil.
So my friend Matt, when those first came out, he got a playset of those for D&T and Legacy.
Oh, let me just tell you, it was the best thing I've ever spent on my the COVID check, because it's like, oh, I look at my shiny cards. My friends are like, you're a jerk. I was like, well, you could have
Most
spent
of
it
the
on that
COVID,
too.
most of the COVID check went into my whole streaming setup here.
Oh,
So,
there you go.
indeed.
My streaming stuff came thanks to hard work and effort, doing the back end, and my beautiful wife, the Ravishing Renata.
All hard work and meh.
I'm just saying, just
Yeah. All right. So, foil masterpieces, drools. Yes.
yes,
No,
sir. I wish I had my deck here right next to me, because I'm like, woof. You want to get it from me? It's in the on right by the it's on top of the entertainment center.
the only magic stuff I have left is like my play mats. I have my Rick and Morty one that was done by RK Post. I had him sign 3 separate times.
Oh,
There's
wow.
3 separate events. Yes. I have my Narset mat, and then I have those big EDH cards, the big commanders.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stripper signed one of those.
Well, that was a very nice. That's very, very nice of that stripper.
Oh yes, she was very nice.
Now I'm going through. I'm like, oh, where are they? Oh,
Mind you, it wasn't at a strip club. This was a friend of mine, but still.
Yeah, I also got the new Spell Queller full art.
Oh my, that looks sexy.
Oh, dude, you have no clue. Like, I went balls to the wall. I was like, you know what? Spirits is my favorite tribe. I have to go, dude. I got the Cavernous Souls Expedition foil.
I forgot they made an expedition for that.
Yeah, bro. Like, I made sure that I went so stupid. There, I just pulled them all out. Here, let me see if I can.
You could have gone stupider and built Legacy Spirits, and you had.
Oh, dude, I have Legacy Spirits already, but there you go, all foil format.
Yes.
Yeah. I went stupid.
Yeah, you did that. No, that's good. That's good right there.
Well, let me ask you real quick, because we're coming to the end of this segment. Do you recommend Alchemy?
Again, if you have the money and you can't decide if you want to play Hearthstone or Magic or not, but I recommend using Alchemy cards. That's what I'll say.
Well, let me just tell you, Peter, if you ever find this is a great deck box. Just recommend it.
Really?
Yeah, the BCW, they're amazing. I love this.
I can't point in the right there. I'm offset by the camera.
Well, let me ask you my next question. Are there any good spirit builds? Because this is a spirit tribal.
No. I'm sorry. It's like, what do you want, Dwight? Come on. This is standard. We just got an Innistrad on Arena, and all the other spirits are in historic, and we don't even have Drawn Skull Captain or Spellcaller yet. No, there's no spirits built. I'm sorry.
No, okay, yeah, me dying coughing over here. And then I was gonna say, if so, tell us about it, but there's nothing there, so there's nothing to really say, right? So there you go.
If you could say, as far as an archetype in Arena, it's on Alchemy. It's a ghost town.
I hear you. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of segment number 1 with our friend Peter Valko. We ended up discussing Alchemy. The you could say some pros, a lot of cons, and going, the hell's going on here? Hi, Peter.
Hi. Huh?
There you go. So okay. Now it comes down to my announcement. For those that aren't aware, Star City Games is having an event the week of February 13th. All right. That's at, Valentine's Day weekend, pre-weekend. So, you can tell your girlfriend, hey, we're going to do Valentine's Day on the Monday.
Yeah,
I'm going to play Magic on Saturday or Sunday, and leave me the hell alone. Unless she's into Magic, then guess what? You guys are going to be there together and going, let's do Magic together, sweetheart, and make our own Magic. Because they're going to be at the Valley Forge Casino in Philadelphia that weekend. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you now that this guy, D. Blanco, Dwight, and the Ravishing Renata, who you do not see on camera, will be there. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go there. I have to decide which day I'm going to go on. Probably I'm going to go on this Saturday so I can play my modern deck instead of the legacy deck. And you know what? I will be recording. I will take video. Well, I can't video me playing the game, but I'll tell you how I did, the pros and cons, so on and so forth. And, take video of the scenery, everything that's going on. So you have a general knowledge of how Star City Games is doing the large events. So I want to thank my friends at, Charma Productions. If you're looking to do a podcast, a video live stream, a video editing, these are the people that you want to work with. Charma Productions. They work with several artists, TV shows, even movie productions. How do I know? Because I'm Charma Productions. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm working with hip hop artists, R&B artists. I actually have a movie producer and movie director under my portfolio who are working with me, hands down, to make other future big projects available. So this small guy is this small, and we're going to go like this, hopefully. And then later we'll go like this and then do a little something like that. But that's no ends of buts about that. So if you need editing, podcasting, video live streaming, reach out to Charmer Productions and we'll assist you. So Peter, what do you think? You want to come join me on the weekend of the 13th and see if we can kick ass, take some names?
I would love to, Dwight. I would love nothing more. I'll free up a weekend.
All right, let's see what we can do. It'll be a lot of fun there. So now it brings me down to my shout out section, where I'm looking for the best of the best, the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme. If you didn't make it, ladies and gentlemen, have no fear, have no worry. There's always next time. And as I tell you, each and every time, Peter and I, we root for you. Right, Peter?
Of course. Every single one of you. Because you know what, guys? We wouldn't be nothing without you. And I wouldn't seem as interesting as I am without all of you.
Exactly. That's exciting. So glad to hear. Well, thank you, my friend. Thank you, TCG dude. Trust me, I'm just a small, humble guy. I started as a pooper scooper. I'm working as a nurse, and I just made some great connections, and we're trying to make this thing explode. Right now, we have several viewers. Hopefully, by next year, we have 100,000 viewers. So we're pushing the envelope, and hopefully with people like TCG Player and a lot of guests like Min and God knows everyone else, will push Magic the Gathering and Magic the Gathering content to the future. Now, with that being said, now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the shout out section. Now, what I will tell you is in Legacy, that's right, Peter, Legacy, a player came in the top 16 with an Azorius build at the MTG Legacy Challenge. You know what? Congratulations. Can't say your name because you didn't make top 1, but I want to still congratulate you no matter what. Now, Peter, this is going to surprise you. January 15th. This was what, 2 days ago, right?
Yeah,
2 days ago. A player went with an Azorius build, 29-0.
In what?
In Historic.
Oh, like ranked matches?
Matches, yes, sir.
Now, did they record that?
I do not believe so, but the gentleman's name is Guru Dubs. Guru Dubs. I might have to have this individual on the show, but 29-0 with an Azorius Spirit build. Wow.
Wow. I mean, I'd love to see it, honestly. Props to you, dude. Props to you.
Yeah, tell me about it. That's amazing. Now, in Pioneer, this person got first place on the 13th with a band build, and that's Victor Batista. And he did it twice in a row the same day. Got 2 first place finishes. This Victor Batista. Wow, man. Congratulations. The same day, 5-0 with a mono blue snow build, Hiro Tasuki. Hiro Tasuki. Congratulations, my individual. Next thing you know, 5-0 with a band build, Bastida, not Batista, but Bastida. This is another gentleman from Brazil. I don't know what's in the water in Brazil, but they love playing their spirit decks. I'm telling you. Another individual had a first place finish with a band build, and that's Matsunaga Takahiro. Look at that. The Japanese rolling off my tongue. Not bad.
You're so eloquent.
I try to be. On the 17th, another player went 5-0 with a mono blue blue snow build. See, I just ruined it there.
I don't understand how you do that.
I don't understand either. But Trident, congratulations, kicking ass, going 5-0. Now, 5-0 with a bad finish, Nildo. Nildo coming back. Look at this guy. This gentleman, this individual has done it multiple times. Congratulations, Nildo. I'm happy to see you back. And then finally 5-0 with a Azorius build. Oh, Jesus. Gabi Datron. Congratulations for all those Pioneer players kicking ass in Pioneer. Now in Modern, this individual got 5-0 on the 11th using a BAMP build, and that's Tough Tony 99. Tough Tony 99. I love that name.
Clearly so.
He ain't a weak fella. He's a tough Tony. Let me just tell you. And then finally, we had a Spirit Master. Unfortunately, he played an MTGO Modern League. Modern League Challenge, sorry. He top 16. He didn't top 1. He's known for being number 1. Unfortunately, he didn't do it this time. So I just want to say congrats for getting 16, but we want you at number 1 because typically, Mr. Spirit Master, who needs to be on the show, because I keep on calling you out, telling you need to be on the show. It's a moral imperative you be on the show.
So wait, we can't say the name, but can I just beat around the bush here and just say, does this man have any ghostly medical training?
He is a medical spirit.
Okay, good. That's all we need to know. All right, cool. Yeah, he does need to be on that show. Whoever he is, he does need to be on the show.
That medical spirit
whoever
person.
You are, you know who you are.
You know who you are. We know who you are. So
it's really against the ghostly Hippocratic oath that haven't come.
There you go. So congratulations to everybody, Legacy, Historic, Pioneer, and Modern for kicking ass. So I want to thank you, Peter. Is there anything you want to share with the listening audience?
Well, I was trying to get my friend to send me the tattoo parlors I want to pump for her. But for now, I just started a new streaming schedule with United Gaming Nation. 7 a.m. Tuesdays and Fridays, I will be live playing Historic, playing Sealed, Draft, MTGO. I'm trying to work on a couple other things. I want to do Brawl, but, I want to see how popular it is. We've had a couple people on recently. I've had a couple good chats. So I hope to see you guys all there. And, if you guys have a deck list you want me to play, if you have something, maybe you don't want to spend the wild cards on it yet. Maybe you want to see me try it out and see how it works first. Send the list to me. I've got plenty of cards in my collection.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. So you heard it here from my friend Peter Valko. You can find him at Bucketman, the number 4 ever on Twitch. And he's got his Facebook right there at Bucketman Forever as well. So do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen, check him out. I enjoy his content. Let me just tell you, when he streams, he not only is he tee-hee funny, he's ha-ha funny, and sometimes a knee slapper funny. And plus, he's a handsome fellow. There you go. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the next time you're kicking your opponent's ass, make sure they say, that's bullshit. We out of here. Later, Peter.
Woo!